Hey guys, it's John from Beyond Artv. Beyond the Reviews, you guys have been requesting this one for a while now. It is my vinyl collection video. I don't have a ton of vinyl yet, but I'm slowly working up to like a bigger number. The only thing is the price tag on vinyl is considerably more than that of a CD, so I'm not made of money and I can't buy a ton of vinyl. But I just found a new record store in town. I'm going to definitely be supporting that as much as I can. Picked up a few yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and showcase what I have so far on vinyl. Keep in mind that I only buy my absolute favorite albums on vinyl, so I'm just not out buying everything. Just stuff that I think would sound really cool on vinyl and stuff I wanted to pick up. The first being Beck's Morning Phase. That's from earlier this year. I picked this up on Record Store Day. It wasn't a part of Record Store Day by any means, but it was just something that I really thought sounds cool on vinyl. People have been saying that this was one that it's definitely meant to be heard on vinyl, so I went ahead and picked it up. This one, my next one on the list, is something that I just picked up the other day, is the Deluxe edition of Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, Blink 182. It also came with 3 singles. It also included those. I don't have those on hand right now. I think they're actually right over here. It came with, you know, the pants, the jacket, Take Off Your Pants, jacket. Came with those 3 singles, so I thought that was pretty cool. Also, we've got this Broken Bells Holding On For Life 10-inch. This one's really cool. It's got the single, and it comes with a B-side that is an a cappella version and instrumental. We've got Fleetwood Mac'S Rumors. This is obviously a classic 70s record. This is not the first pressing or anything like this, but you can maybe tell that this does have some age to it. Picked it up used at a record store up in Pennsylvania last winter when I went up there. There was a pretty cool record shop where I got a few things. I'll let you know more about that in a minute. That's also where I got Green Day's Dookie. Their first major success, sold over 10 million copies, one of my favorite Green Day records. Obviously we got stuff on here like Enema Sleepus, Pulling Teeth, Basket Case, Having a Blast, all of your favorites are on this one. We also have a couple of other Green Day vinyl. Green Day American Idiot, obviously my favorite album of all time. This was a Christmas present, one of the first albums I ever owned on vinyl. My mom got this for me, imported from the UK back in 2012, so right around the time that I got a record player. Also, this Green Day album was a gift from my friend Nate. You may have seen him in some of my videos. He got this for a birthday present from me, I believe, in 2012. So, one of my first vinyl albums right there as well. I've also got a copy of Trey. Haven't even opened this one yet. I've had it for a little while, but for some reason I just have not gotten around to listening to this one on vinyl. Definitely plan on doing that. Obviously, this one I'm very proud of. A Record Store Day limited release, Green Day Demolicious. I was very proud to get this one just because of the fact that it was the last one in town. I had been all over looking for it. There was only 3 record stores in town, and this was the last copy at the last store. Next up, I got Haim. I got their single. This was a part of Record Store Day as well, as are some of my records. I've got the Forever 10-inch. Really fun to listen to. One of my favorite songs by Haim. I've got a copy of The Joy Formidable, Wolf's Law. I picked this up. I saw them in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, a little venue called Ziggy's, and they were selling the vinyl, so I knew that I had to pick this up. Definitely in my top 5 albums of 2013 right there. We've got Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory. This is definitely another one that I picked up at that really cool shop up in Pennsylvania. Their debut album, another diamond seller, over 10 million copies. I've also got a couple of other Linkin Park vinyl editions. I've got Meteora, my second favorite album of all time, as well as Living Things by Linkin Park. I think that I would really like to own a copy of The Hunting Party, so I may have to make that happen sooner rather than later. Next up, we got Lord's Pure Heroin. This one, definitely just always one to chill out to. It sounds so amazing on vinyl, just a very crisp feel. You can hear some of those clicks and those clacks. You know, whenever you listen to vinyl, maybe a little bit of dust gets in there, and it just gives it a certain feel. I don't know, it gives it a lot more grit in my opinion. Next up, we got Danger Days. The album by My Chemical Romance came out just after I graduated high school. My mom and dad got this for me on vinyl last Christmas, 2013. Knowing it's one of my favorite albums from MCR. Really, I've enjoyed everything they've done. Obviously, you can see a little bit into the artwork there on that one. I thought that was pretty interesting. Gerard Way, lead singer, obviously, former lead singer now, but he's always been very artistically inclined, so I enjoyed seeing that on the inside of that record. Picked up this in Pennsylvania as well. This is Muse's album that I recently reviewed. It's called Black Holes and Revelations, came out in '06. Probably really close to being my favorite, just behind Origin of Symmetry. Would like to get my hands on that on vinyl, but you know, some of them are really expensive. We're getting to the bottom of the list here. I've only got a few more left. I picked this up at the Naked and Famous concert a couple of years ago, April of 2012. I believe this is Passive Me, Aggressive View. One of my favorites of that year. Didn't come out in the US until I believe spring of 2012. Did come out in New Zealand, their home country, in late 2011. Just a nice 80s vibe kind of flowing all throughout this record, and definitely a worthwhile listen on vinyl. Panic at the Disco's, A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, not one to miss right here. I've got, I think you can see it. No, you can't even see it anymore. It used to be visible in the corner of my videos, but it's up there on the wall of music. There, it came in the inside of this. You can kind of see some of the artwork there. And this is on a gold vinyl. I like some colored vinyl. That's always really cool, I think, when bands release stuff with a color to it. And this was actually the very first record that I ever owned. So, fun fact for you right there, this was my first vinyl edition of anything. We've got the Paramore Broken Record, Ain't It Fun? The single, you can kind of see how it's broken. It looks like it's broken, but it still plays. It's really only this outside part that really plays anything, but this is just kind of here for effects, so it's kind of a cool thing. I bought that one off of eBay because it is a Record Store Day official item, but couldn't find it in any of my stores. They were all sold out. I've got Evil Friends by Portugal the Man right here. This is definitely one of my favorite albums of all time. Every time I listen to it, it's just always something that I click with, keep coming back to, and sadly this year I just haven't had albums like I have from the past few years that I'm like always coming back to. We got Like Clockwork by Queens of the Stone Age, Evil Friends by Portugal the Man. This was my favorite album of 2013. Only a couple left at this point. I've got, actually this is the last one that I've got on a standard 12-inch vinyl. This one right here is Weezer's brand new album, Everything Will Be Alright in the End. Found this at my local record store, had to have it, got my hands on it for a pretty good price. Very impressed with it. Obviously I'm digging. I always like the fact that it's just so big and you can see the artwork so much more clearly and everything. It seems like it's a little bit blown up. I love the monster that appears on the cover here. I've got a few 7 inches that I'll show you right over here. I've got, let's see, I got a few that I picked up from Record Store Day. A few of them didn't come from there, but I'll go ahead and show them to you anyways. I've got Cage the Elephants, Take It or Leave It, B-side Jesse James. Love that track, so I'm not too keen on the B-side, but still, it's an interesting listen. Bleachers, I Want to Get Better, the debut single. Unfortunately, one of the only songs that I have enjoyed from that project. We've got Chiodos, we've got R2 Me Too, slash Let Me Get You a Towel. Some of the B-sides and bonus tracks, I believe, from their most recent record, Devil. Definitely enjoying both of those, and they've been really fun. I've got this one on green vinyl, so I thought that was pretty cool. I always, like I said, love some colored vinyl. Wait For Me by Kings of Leon. This was one of the last things that I picked up on Record Store Day. I believe this was the last shop that I went into on the day, and they had this chilling there, and I went ahead and picked it up. This one I've got, but I don't plan on opening it. I think I might sell it someday because I'm not the biggest Soundgarden fan, but I've got this here. It's the Superunknown singles collection. Comes with Spoon Man, The Day I Tried to Live, Black Hole Sun, My Wave, and Fell on Black Days, as you can see here. Can you see that? Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my vinyl collection. I had been getting some requests for it, and this is kind of in place for a 7 on Sunday or a letter from a fan this week. 7 on Sunday is every other week, so you can expect that next Sunday. Thanks for giving this video a like, subscribing to Beyond ARTV. I've got a lot of content on the way. I appreciate you watching. I will see you very soon right here on this channel.